Hello, and today we're going to be talking about pelvic floor contractions, pelvic floor endurance. So remember, when a muscle is able to move fully, fully relax and fully contract, it has its maximum potential. All the muscle fibers can work properly, but now we have to strengthen those muscles. And there's different ways that you can do it. You can do short and fast contractions, or you can do holding longer contractions for endurance. So what we're going to do today is talk about endurance, holding a contraction for long enough. Now, there is a few ways that you can position yourself, and depending on each individual's condition or diagnosis, will depend on which direction, which angle of the body is going to be most beneficial to you. So try both, see how they feel, and the one that feels the weakest, that's the one I want you to practice and work on the most. So we're going to be doing some endurance work. We'll start with just a neutral pelvis position. And these are going to be holding for a certain amount of seconds, okay? So endurance means being able to go for as long as possible. It just wakes up certain muscle fibers. And that's what we're going to be working with the pelvic floor today. So I want you to think about the front and the back of that pelvis, okay? So getting a nice neutral spine position, so meaning rib cage stacked nicely on top of those hips, not clenching or tucking, but just like a natural stance. What I find is sitting on a hard surface, a little bit easier to connect my sit bones and my pelvic floor, just some kind of feedback to my body if it's on a slightly firmer surface. So as I spread my butt cheeks, get my sit bones. You can also do this on something a little bit softer, like a bolster or some stacked pillows. But for demo purposes, I'm going to use this. So what we're going to be doing is taking a seat, and we're going to be working on relaxing the overall breath, but really working on the contraction of the pelvic floor. So you're going to take a gentle breath in, and as you exhale, just gently, you're going to lift up through the pelvic floor. So what I want you to visualize is either sipping through a straw with your vagina or picking up a blueberry with your rectum and lifting up. So you're trying to travel everything away from, in this case, the chair. So I'm lifting up, 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 and I'm going to lift up for about 10 seconds at that maximum contraction. You may find that some face pulling is necessary, but also the more you relax your face, the more energy that can be transferred down to the pelvic floor. So lift, 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 keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting, and relax. Now, what I want you to think about, were you able to hold it at like a 10 out of 10 lift for the whole time? Or did you find that it kept kind of dropping and you had to kind of re-lift again? If you can practice that either kind of 2 to 5 repetitions of 10 seconds every day or every other day at least, that would be amazing. Now what I want you to think about is tilting the pelvis. So if you rock the pelvis into an anterior tilt, meaning tilting the front of that pelvis down, you're going to feel that it's easier to engage the vaginal area of the pelvic floor. So what you can do is try that endurance, so holding for 10 seconds in that position. See how it feels. Now what you can do to then change to the anal area of the pelvic floor is do an anterior tilt. So a posterior tilt. So we have our anterior tilt where everything tips forward, and then our posterior tilt where we tilt back, and then now you'll feel that it's easier to contract the pelvic floor at the back. Okay, so what you can do there is try again, relaxing the glute muscles. We don't want the glute muscles to take over. We want it to all come from the pelvic floor. So lifting up, imagine you're picking up a blueberry or sucking through a straw through your bum, all the way up, 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 holding for 10 seconds, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, and relax. So a couple of exercises to practice: neutral position 10 seconds, anterior tilt 10-second holds, posterior tilt 10-second holds. Feel the difference. See if you feel that it's easier to contract to one direction or another. Whatever feels the weakest, I want you to practice that one the most, okay? Let me know if any questions, and I'll see you next time.